Jade.
Ryan. Virgo season!
So I know y'all want to know what happened last week. And it's my fault. Mm-hmm. It's my fault. I'm going to take the blame. Mm-hmm. Ryan was ready to go. But let me tell y'all what had happened, right? What had happened was...
That never starts off a good statement. I just hope you know.
I had a dream.
That one
No. Which actually, that would be on par.
That was last week. No,
yeah, that was
last week?
Yeah, it would have kicked off last week perfectly.
Yeah.
I had a dream that Flavor Flav was the love of my life. I was distraught. No, what really had happened was my job was moving, and if y'all don't know, this is not my full-time job. This is something that Ryan and I do on top of our full-time job.
They didn't know that? Oh.
The way some people act, they think this is what we do. We had to move offices, and Friday, which is the day that we typically record, shocker, was a big moving day, and I didn't get home until about 9:00. And at that point, it wasn't going to happen. So I apologize. It's my fault. We tried. We were going to play it by ear. Also, I had a very bad anxiety attack, and Ryan, being the super pal that he is and who understood my stress, was like, how about we just not this week? And I was like, that's one less thing for me to worry about this week.
Too much stress. I'm going into 2025 looking to be stress-free, and your government is telling me otherwise. And,
aren't they?
I'm really trying to be stress-free this year.
But I did have a dream about Flavor Flav being the love of my life, and I woke up distraught. I'm not going to hold you. And it wasn't reciprocal. Like, I was the love of his life, and he introduced me he had started a nonprofit boxing program for girls, and they were on a train, and he introduced them to me, and he kissed me on the cheek and was telling them, like, all this stuff about me. And I'm not going to hold you. I woke up distraught because why is Flavor Flav in my dreams?
Welcome to this week of Virgo season. Because... I don't know how we got so far off track already. My God. If you haven't been here before, trust me, we are better at this. We are good at this. You're welcome.
That did happen, and I did wake up distraught. Like, who's thinking about Flavor Flav in the subconscious?
Apparently you are.
I am not. Man. I was not. How are you, Ryan?
I'm good. I am learning as I approach my new decade how to compartmentalize things and how to set boundaries and stuff.
Amen.
And one thing that I am learning is that the gym, I said it before, I'm going to say it again, cheat code. When I need to de-stress and decompress, head to that gym, get that sweat going. It's really good. So I've been in a better place than I've been in a long time. And so I have the gym to thank for that. How are you?
I'm good. You follow me on social media because we follow each other on social media. And I've officially lost 20 pounds.
Yes.
According to my doctor.
Listen, I'm pretty proud of you there, Jade.
The co-host of Virgo season's about to be on y'all's necks. I'm just letting y'all know that. Because he's in the gym. I'm just losing weight. I mean, I'm in the gym. I'm being a little bit more active. I have about 10 to 15 more pounds to lose before my doctor says that I am ideal, I guess, like the pinnacle of health for myself. But she was proud of me. So I was souped. I left the doctor's office like, you can tell me nothing. Okay. At this point, I'm skinny. You can't tell me a thing. But I'm looking forward to getting back into the gym hard next week. It's been a little rough these past couple of weeks because of work, but I have a program that I've constructed for myself that I'm going to start doing next week. And I'm excited to, really hit the ground running so that this summer I could be out of pocket in my house. I will not be outside. I'm not going to lie to y'all.
Since you're about to be so obnoxious while losing this weight, you got to realize one thing. With the good comes the bad. You got to be in these shopping streets. Because none of your clothes going to fit. None of them going to fit. And
so I've decided.
I've been shopping.
Well, see, yes and no. Because I've decided that, like, some of the things that I've purchased, I truly enjoy. And what I'm going to do, like, for example, already none of my jeans fit. Right now, all of my jeans, I have to basically give them a lotus top because I got to pull my belt so tight in order for them to actually stay up. So what I'm going to do is, because I do like the fit and the cuts of these jeans, I'm just going to take them to my tailor and have them tailor the waist for me. I'm not going to buy new jeans. And I like my shirts oversized as is, so those are not going to change. So there we go.
Well, when they're oversized, that's a problem. That's a problem. So we're
I'll
gonna
turn them into dresses.
we working on some things. All right. That was way inside baseball.
Yeah.
We got to get to the show.
Yeah.
Got to get to the show.
Do you have a game for us this week?
No.
Okay. You know, somebody said that I have been killing it at these games, and they wanted me to remind you that I am the undisputed.
Who's that somebody? You?
I'm not naming no names. They wanted me to let you know that I am the undisputed queen of Virgo season games. And my record of all wins, no losses should be commended. So they're glad that we're taking a break because they were tired of me being on their necks. I'm just saying.
You're the queen as from all the women that host this show. You're the queen, right?
I'm the queen. Yes.
And of all the women that play these games, you're that one. Okay, gotcha.
There's no other. You know,
gotcha,
there's no other.
Gotcha.
You know, I was reminded though too that I don't follow the rules when it comes to these games. So
not at all. Not in the slightest.
I do have to work on that. But just letting you know. All right. So I do have an Am I the Asshole? So we're going to start with that.
Okay.
And then
we haven't done that in a minute.
We haven't. My husband gave me a warning tap and I called it abuse. Am I the asshole here? As I'm writing this, I am laying in bed with my mom. She's helping me gather my thoughts for some other opinions. I am a female 24 and my husband is male 30. We've been together for 3 years and married for 1. This is a throwaway account just in case. About a week ago, my husband and I got into an argument over his phone, which he had misplaced. I was in the shower when he lost it, and when I came out, he was throwing a fit over it. And he was like, "Where did you put it? Have you seen it?" Angrily yelling and snapping. I said I hadn't touched it and I needed to get dressed. My husband was standing in the doorway, looking behind the door so I couldn't open it. I said, "Hello, move please." Apparently my tone was rude because my husband turned around and shoved me into the room. I was like, "Okay, you need to calm down. I can help you look, but I gotta get dressed." He tells me to hurry up. I snap back. I'm not gonna hurry up. It isn't my fault. My husband turned around and hit me in the mouth with the back of his hand. It didn't even really hurt, but I was appalled. He called it a warning tap because of my attitude. I left right then and there. I called my mom and she came over. I haven't left. My brother took me over the next days to get a few things. My husband asked me if this was all really necessary, and I said, yeah, it is when you abuse your wife. He was so stricken that I called it abuse. He screamed at me for it. He said I could ruin his career if I use that word. I know that I can, and I know that he didn't even hurt me, but that's how I feel. He sent me several texts threatening to divorce me if I use that word again or try to hurt his career by saying it to someone, quote unquote, important. Am I the asshole here for saying this, potentially citing this, and potentially ruining his career?
What? First of all, this person is abusive. Not only physically, but also verbally, emotionally, all of those things. I am a big dude. I'm less big than I was before, but I'm still 6'4", over 200 pounds. Slight tap of my hand anywhere can be considered abuse, right? And so somehow I've been able to, get through almost 20 years with my lovely wife without having any sort of warning taps. Like, that's never been a thing. That's never been a problem. Yes, you have heightened emotions, but never once does it come to my brain that I need to warning tap or hit or shove or punch or any of those things. My mom taught me better than that. I refuse to put my hands on a woman. I told y'all before, I did martial arts when I was a kid. And one of the main tenets of martial arts is that you do everything in your power not to use the things that you learn in martial arts. So if you have to, run. And I told y'all this before. I will run from a woman. It's not a problem for me. It's not, it's just, y'all not baiting me into anything. I'm not losing nothing for nonsense. Like, cause that's not going to happen. It's just not worth it for me. So yeah, this is terrible. Like, she should have known and seen the warning signs long before this. But again, she's only 23, you said?
23. Yeah.
Brain is not fully developed yet.
Or 24.
It's pretty sad that people go through stuff like this. There had to be many, many, many red flags before you decided to like legally bind your life to this person. And I'm pretty sad for you. I don't feel sad for the man. I don't feel like you did anything wrong or said anything wrong. First of all, she said she had her brother come and bring her to the house so she could get some stuff. I wasn't just bringing my sister to the house just to get some stuff.
Because listen.
Because the rumble that we would have rumbled, I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know right now. I'm just letting you know right now.
Listen.
This really grinds my gears. I don't like this. This is why we haven't done AITA in a long time, because this right here, it's not it.
So my thing is,
it's not it.
You weren't worried about your career when you raised your hand.
That's right.
So don't try to make me feel like now I'm the bad person because you did something and I am verbally expressing that you did something. I didn't make it up. You hit me. Yeah. Over a phone.
Yeah.
That I had nothing to do. First of all, what's in your phone that got you so wrapped up?
That was my next point. Because like, if there's nothing in your phone, like when you find your phone, you find your phone. Like, it's not I don't get that.
A simple, hun, when you're done, can you call my phone so I can... Would have been sufficient.
Modern technology. Just you know what I mean?
Like, just a quick phone call would have helped. But you got angry and you're cursing at me, you're yelling at me. I'm in the shower. First of all, the shower is where I decompress from a day. And now you got me all... I came out the shower relaxed. And now you got me wrapped up tight again because you can't find your phone in our home. Who was in that phone that you don't want me to see?
I mean, that's really the point right there. Like, a quick Find My on the iPad would find your phone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, something's in that phone and you took that out on her and you deserve what you get, sir. I'm sorry.
Because I'm telling everybody. Oh, you worried about that career? Okay. We already getting a divorce. You already told me you was divorcing me. We might as well just go through with it. And I'm telling you,
the fact that he's saying he divorcing her before she said that she, like, it's so crazy to me. Like, that is so crazy to me.
Goodbye, sir. Absolutely not. You're not the asshole. You're lucky your brother obviously is a pacifist, because the way I would have had my brother sit in that living room with the lights out, so when he walked in and my brother flipped the lights on and, I heard you like hitting women.
Give me a warning tap. Let's see it.
Yeah,
how you do it? How did you do it? Show me.
Yeah, just because and that's the thing is, me personally, I love telling them that when they get rowdy with me, I love telling them, let me call my cousin real quick. And I want you to say to him exactly what you said to me, how you said it to me. Because y'all are never scared of women. Y'all are always scared of other men. You know what I mean? Like, so she's better. Her brother, her mother, they're all better than me. All of them. Because absolutely not.
That's intense. No thanks. Let this be a warning to my children whenever they inevitably find this show. It ain't gonna end well. So if you thought your husband was your husband and you come to me with this, and this is what that was your husband. That was somebody's child. That was somebody's brother, somebody's uncle. That was somebody. No longer.
And Auntie Janae is going to help get rid of the body and the evidence. I watch enough shows to know how to do it. Just FYI.
Let me stop. I'm not incriminating myself.
Cool. Shifting gears really quickly. Well, not really quickly, but shifting gears. We were supposed to start this last week, but again, my fault. It's Black History Month, if you didn't know. And Brian and I, in my humblest of opinion, and a lot of Black people, are Black history in action because we're alive, we're breathing, and we're excellent. So,
before you get started, Black History Month is already the shortest month of the year, and you making it shorter on this show. Sad. This is terrible.
No,
this is terrible.
Absolutely not, because I already said that first week of March, I'm gonna make up for the extra. Because,
but that's Women's Month. That's already Women's Month. Also,
okay, so I'll celebrate a Black woman. Boom.
listen, in my brain, right? And this is sad. I mean, maybe I should bring this up next month, but like, I don't know why I didn't think about this anyway. I always thought of Madam C.J. Walker as the first black woman millionaire.
Millionaire.
She wasn't the first black woman millionaire in America. She was the first woman millionaire in America.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Okay.
That's why they don't like us. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
So with that being said, I decided we're going to spotlight some amazing Virgos who we don't hear about in the history books because everybody focuses on, the starting 5. So with that being said, this week we're giving flowers to Frederick O'Neill, born on August 27th, 1905. He was a true trailblazer in the arts and civil rights movement. His impact is still felt today. Frederick O'Neill was an actor, director, and a whole civil rights powerhouse. He co-founded the American Negro Theater, the same space that nurtured icons like Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte. But he didn't stop there. O'Neill made history as the first Black president of the Actors Equity Association, fighting for the racial equity in the arts long before it was a trending topic. He wasn't just about getting Black talent in the room. He was about making sure we had the power to shape the industry. So the next time you see a Black actor commanding the stage or screen, just know that was Frederick O'Neill who helped open that door. A Black Virgo.
Listen. Yo, it's hard to interject while you're talking, but like this person has the same birthday as my sister. Look at that.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Look at. I mean, she wasn't born in 1905, but but yeah, that's great. That is great, and she's in the arts as well. So look at that.
It could be an August Virgo thing.
Oh, look at that.
Straight for greatness. So we're gonna go from greatness to trash. Because
as we tend to do.
If there's nothing about this show, that's the nuance of this show. DJ Akademiks was caught being a pedophile during a live stream with a 15-year-old Twitch streamer named Norgod on January 23rd. And I mean, obviously everybody's reaction was appropriate. I listened to it or watched it on TikTok and lock him up. Seize his computer, seize the hard drives, and let's see what's really going on in that man's life. Because he was on a live stream with this little boy, and he was asking him the most inappropriate, sexually charged questions. Mm-hmm. He was asking him like just graphic sexual questions, even after that little boy told him that he was only 15 years old. He did not stop. Mm-hmm. He was bringing up sexually charged hypotheticals about another streamer named Playboy Mac or Plackboy Max, which y'all, his name. I felt uncomfortable. You could tell that little boy felt uncomfortable. DJ Akademiks did not care. He just kept going and going and lock him up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing. It's so terrible that there's so many. I mean, I think every generation parents have like new fears unlocked as to how their children are being raised, as opposed to how they were raised and what they were able to do and what the children are able to do. I'm gonna need to confiscate my children's headphones because I need to hear everything that's being said as you're not even streaming, because I don't allow that, but like even down to, they find ways. I turned off the chat function in Roblox, and somehow they still find a way to chat in Roblox. And so I don't know. I just know that there's some strange people out here like Akademiks that need not to interact with my children, because you'll also need to see me, as we just spoke about just a few moments ago. It's pretty terrible. The boy was very, very uncomfortable. And as you noticed, the boy said he was 15, and then you could see that he was uncomfortable. His reaction showed you he was uncomfortable, and he was just like, I'm oblivious to that. I'm gonna just keep going just for the ratings or the streams or whatever. Like, that's gross. That is super gross.
Also, do we not find it weird that outside of him being a little boy, why are you so interested in someone else's sexual proclivities? Like, why would we even have, like, you know what I mean? Like, why was he so invested?
Yeah, that's the question.
Like, why were you so, because
that's the question. Like,
yeah. Why couldn't you have a normal conversation? There's so many things you could have been talking about, like man to man, or even if you thought he was your age, man to man, whatever.
Right.
And you like, that's not weird.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't think to yourself, like, that's weird behavior.
Yeah. And what's kind of crazy to me, I don't, I'm not a person that's on Twitch or whatever, but I did see a few things on TikTok while it still exists. And apparently this boy was kind of like taken under the wing of some of these streamers because like something happened with his parents and like all of these different things. And he's like in a pretty messed up situation, and so they like basically have been like mentoring him and like, whatever, and then Akademiks comes out at left field with all of this extra stuff for this boy that everybody's kind of basically taken under their wing as their little brother. I don't know, that's what I found. I don't know, y'all could let me know if I'm wrong on that or not, but that's what I've seen, so that makes it even worse.
So Akademiks did respond because obviously the Breakfast Club aired it and everybody knows about it. He said, "I am wrong. I will be better. Hopefully people can learn from this whole little scandal with me." Claimed that he had provided financial and some emotional support to the team. He dismissed the controversy as a learning moment. And I just need you to understand something. You providing financial, emotional support to somebody does not mean that you then have access to them, like their sexual proclivities. Again, weird behavior. Either you're doing it because you genuinely care about this person, or you're doing it because you want something from it. And if you want something from it, knowing that this is a teenager, lock him up.
Yeah. Twitch done got him up out of there. I don't know.
Oh yeah, they suspended his account.
I don't know if at this point if they brought it back or not, but like definitely they got him up out of there with the quickness.
They said it may be permanent because apparently Twitch has a zero tolerance policy for inappropriate interactions with minors. Which is great. I will also say, even though this person has nothing to do with this, birds of a feather. And Kendrick already told us what Akademiks' favorite butt buddy that he's never met is about, and called him. Okay, I'm just saying.
Wait, Akademiks never met him? I don't know much about these people, but
apparently this was on the Twitter streets because not the Twitter streets, the TikTok streets, because Akademiks goes up for Aubrey, goes up. If there's there's going to be two people standing in Aubrey's corner when this is all said and done. It's going to be Aubrey and Akademiks. Akademiks has never physically been in the same room with Aubrey. Like, they don't know each other. Like, they are not friends.
Wow.
Aubrey has not given him backstage passes to a concert. Weird behavior. Weird behavior.
Wow.
Weird behavior.
Wow.
Speaking of, this isn't weird behavior. Did you hear about the Detroit rapper who was suing Lyft for weight discrimination?
Oh, I have lots of thoughts on this one, Jade.
I do too.
Oh, I used to be an Uber and Lyft driver before I started doing what it is that I do now. So that's just a disclaimer. So I have a little, I guess, let's see where you go with it. I have, I guess some thoughts here.
So Detroit rapper Dank Demoss, also real name Deja Blanding, is suing Lyft after a driver refused to pick her up, citing her weight as the reason. She caught it all on video, as everyone is apt to do these days. And now the case has sparked a debate about fat phobia and discrimination. So the Lyft driver canceled her ride and said she wouldn't fit in his car. He also claimed his tires couldn't handle her weight and recommended getting an Uber XL instead. She recorded the entire conversation, which has obviously gone viral. She is 496 pounds, allegedly.
I saw different sizes, but definitely over 400 pounds, yes.
Definitely over. The last weight I saw was 496 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that fat phobia and discrimination is acceptable in any shape or form. No pun intended. However, we also have to be realistic about certain things. And even me as a person, like if I am traveling and I have a bunch of people with me, I'm not going to call a regular Uber, right? Or just a standard Uber. I will go for the XL. I feel like part of this was done for attention, hype around her career and clout. Because I don't think he didn't seem rude.
He didn't seem rude to me, honestly. He definitely did not seem that
He
way.
seemed like he was just being straightforward about the fact of like what his concerns was. And I think people forget too that a lot of the times in Lyfts and Ubers, these are people's personal cars.
Yes, this is one of
And
my main points.
and I'm again, you have a background in it. I don't. I'm not quite sure what the parameters are, but I'm pretty sure that they don't get a lot of support from Uber and Lyft when something happens to said car, maintenance of car. I
Mm,
feel like that's on the driver's that's the driver's responsibility, which
right.
would then also, in my opinion, make me a little hesitant to. It's like if I'm drunk, I feel like if, when you're drunk and you're visibly drunk and an Uber driver refuses to pick you up and cancels your ride because they're scared that you're going to vomit in their car, I think it
Mm,
kind of
mm-hmm.
aligns. It was a standard, like,
Yeah.
y'all know me,
Yeah.
I go up for everybody, but wrong is wrong.
Wrong is wrong. So, okay. So, back when I don't know if it's any different right now, but Uber and Lyft drivers are not employees of the company. They are contractors of the company. Uber and Lyft were just providing the technology to connect us as the driver to the customer that's trying to get a ride. So that's first and foremost. So her lawsuit against Lyft, I really don't know how that really works because it's like they're not necessarily the driver's employer per se. Now, when it comes down to the vehicles more often than not, the driver, they are responsible for maintaining. In my case, I owned my vehicle, and so when it came down to it, you had to have regular insurance. You had in New York, you had to have TLC insurance, which is the Taxi and Limousine Commission. Had a payment on the vehicle. I had to pay for gas. I had to pay to wash the vehicle. I had to pay for all sorts of maintenance. Like when it came down to it, before you were even able to see any of the money, you had all of these expenses ahead of time. So now,
Right,
if this gentleman was afraid for not necessarily, to pick her up because of any sort of what do you say, discrimination or anything like that, but just after she got out of the vehicle, if something went wrong with that vehicle, now that's his livelihood. Now,
right,
if something actually went wrong with the vehicle or whatever, he gotta take that on his back and figure out how to do that. And if you're not making any money, how are you gonna have the money to pay to fix said vehicle? So I don't know. I never drove a tiny car like that. I'm a big, tall man. Like I said, when I was doing Uber, I had a big Uber XL vehicle, a Suburban. So, like, I would have picked her up. I would have picked her up, but that was like driving a couch. Like that was like a big living room on the road. Like it was.
like,
So it was. That's a different scenario. But like, I get it. I get it. I've refused many a ride because it was just like, at the end of the day, I'm the driver. Mr. Uber CEO, Mr. Lyft CEO is not in the car with me. They didn't send any security with me. They didn't do all of that stuff. If I didn't feel safe, I was not picking up that person.
right,
If I felt like whatever these people were bringing into my car was going to cause me strife, I was not picking up that person.
right.
I stopped driving at nighttime because somebody got in my car and threw up. And I mean, yes, they had to pay for it, but it took a little bit of time. I had to go get the car detailed. That was end of the night for me in
Right.
working, where I could have made more money and all of that stuff. I was just like, yeah, I can't deal with the drunk people at nighttime. I'm not doing that. I didn't work at nighttime anymore. If I pulled up on people like in the middle of the rain and they coming off of a mountain with a mountain bike that has a whole bunch of dirt on it and they want to throw it in the back of my truck, you're not getting in my truck, sir. That's not happening. Like, there's just certain things that a driver should have discretion as to who it is getting in their vehicle. And I think the only reason he got into all of this trouble and got fired, which I don't, think was the right thing to do.
Me either.
The only reason he got into that because he was trying to be a nice person and explain to her the reason why he was not picking her up. Me personally, if I saw, because I'm a Virgo, obviously, I'm observant, I already know what was coming at me or whatever. If I didn't feel like I wanted that presence in my vehicle, I pull off and cancel the ride as I'm pulling off. It is not. It is
Right.
what it is. It is what it
Right.
is. Like that's just
Right.
that's just how it goes. And so I don't know. This feels pretty bad. It definitely feels like you said potentially like a way to bring attention to her rap career a little bit, because it was just like, why was the camera running? Why? Like, I mean, I guess I don't know. I've never been that size, and I don't know how this feels and how, often this happens, and like maybe she was just fed up, and maybe this is kind of where that spanned from. And so in that case, I definitely feel bad for her as well. It's just bad all the way across the board for all parties involved. I know when you're on a plane, a lot of times you have to purchase a second seat for specific reasons if you're of a certain size. In different situations, like if you're getting into an elevator with a capacity and there's other people in there, like maybe you have to wait until the elevator comes back and different things like that. This is not necessarily a discrimination thing. This is a safety thing. So I don't know. I really don't know how to to be on this. Like I don't know where we go with this.
I feel you. I don't think there's a bad guy in this situation per se, right? Because she obviously has the right to call a Lyft and expect to have a ride.
Right.
But I do think this is a situation of someone who, again, if I have a ton of luggage and I'm going to the airport, I'm traveling with 10 suitcases, that's not going to fit in a regular Uber. Do you know what I mean?
It's just not.
And it's not. So my expectation, not my expectation, but what I would do is call a Uber XL or or ask for a larger car.
Correct.
And I feel like, yeah, there's a charge difference. In my opinion, this was also a let's save some money issue, because you already know that getting into smaller cars is not easy for you, because she shows pictures of her in vehicles that are around the same size and or smaller. It doesn't look comfortable for her.
Right.
I'm not going to hold you. It doesn't look comfortable for her.
Right.
Why not just make that your default of calling a larger vehicle? Because then you would avoid this issue. Do you know what I mean? Because at least if it's something where the seats go back in the back or in the front and you have more space to get in and out, you don't have this issue. You know what I mean? I just feel like, I don't think there's a bad guy in the situation, but I also don't think she was moving smart.
Yeah. Again, going down that rabbit hole also is kind of like, so I'm only able to be budget friendly if I'm a certain size. That's like going down.
And that's an Uber. But that's also, but I'm not.
You know what I mean?
I'm not going to hold you. That's an Uber and Lyft problem. That's not a her problem. That's Uber and Lyft problem. And I can say that as somebody who, with a pet, I get charged more for Uber Pet, even though Cash is in a sling and he's not taking up any space than I would if I take a regular Uber.
Right.
But I know that if I have to get to Manhattan with my dog, and I'm taking an Uber, I have to eat that charge. Should I have to eat that charge if he's not really taking up extra space and it's just me and him? No. But I know that that's something that I have to do because that's what the Uber rules are.
Yeah. These rules actually got added after I stopped. Like, these were not like things that were in the beginning. Like before there was like Uber Messenger and Uber Eats and Uber, all these other types of Ubers and all of that stuff. People used to want to book my Uber and like put a package in my car and then tell me, okay, somebody's going to meet this package at the other side. Not in my car, sir. No, sir. I'm not bringing the bomb. I'm not bringing the bomb to the next location. I'm not doing that.
The amount of times I had done that before there was Uber Messenger.
Oh, no.
Because, and to that point too, like, especially with the way that they charge people, if I'm going to the same place, right? Like the mileage hasn't changed because I chose a different car. Why are you charging me more? That is definitely a Uber and Lyft problem, right? Like, and that's something that they need to. And I get it. A bigger car, more
gas.
More gas. I couldn't think of that word for the life of me. A bigger car, more gas. I get it. I get that in totality. But at the same time, either you're going to eat the cost or you're not. And if she's choosing not to eat the cost, that's also it's at the driver's discretion. I had a driver pull off on me the other day because I had cash in a sling. And even though I chose Uber Pet, he said he didn't realize it was Uber Pet. And he canceled my ride and he pulled off. I didn't record it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like.
Right. Yeah, this is pretty bad. I don't know. I'm interested to see how this court case goes. It'll probably get settled, hopefully, so that we don't have to see much more of this. But if it does go to court, I just kind of want to see how it goes, because I don't know who's at fault here, and I don't know how much money she could get for this, or how Lyft can be responsible for this, or if the man is going to be able to get his job back, or there's so many things happening here.
There's so many layers.
Yeah.
So many layers. Speaking of layers, my favorite person right now on the internet is Onijah. And if y'all don't know who Onijah is, Onijah is the black woman who has brought Black history to Pakistan.
God.
And is having the time of her life. And these Pakistani people don't know what to do with her. But she's their prime minister at this point. She is their prime minister.
Oh my God.
She is their ambassador. Now, if y'all have been living under a rock, Onijah is
as I was living under the rock before, just a few hours ago. just so you know.
Onijah is a 33-year-old American woman who traveled to Karachi, Pakistan in October to marry 19-year-old Nidal Ahmed Mimon, who she met online, and things did not go as planned. Now,
is she a New Yorker? Because she got a New York accent.
That is a New Yorker.
Okay.
Onijah is from the greatest city in the world, and she brought that to Pakistan with her. Do you understand me?
Oh my God.
Onijah went, so apparently Onijah catfished this young man.
She definitely did.
They met on like Facebook Messenger or something, and she was having them filters on, made herself look a little bit lighter than she is, a little bit younger than she is. Ahmed fell in love. Ahmed said, come on over, let's get married. Onijah said, say less. I got this. Onijah pulled up to Ahmed's house. Ahmed was actually like, you know what? I just really want to get my green card. I'm going to rock with this.
Yeah.
Ahmed's mother said,
not on my watch.
You shall not. Packed her son up and has disappeared.
Like, yo, before you continue, like the way that it's, because I listened to Pakistani explain the situation. Like, he had pretty good English, so I was like, all right, let me listen to this guy speak for like 5-6 minutes about what's going on. Apparently, what I heard was that basically she pulled this dude back from the door, locked the door, and then took this boy and disappeared. Can you imagine? It's like, oh, hell no. They had a go bag or whatever, run through the back door and never to be seen again. Like, that's kind of weird.
Now listen,
it's kind of intense.
Okay. Onijah said, that ain't nothing to me. I'm still moving in. So she took her luggage and moved right on into that apartment complex that Ahmed lived in. Okay. Now, she refused to leave. She camped outside his house and had held a press conference demanding $100,000 from the Pakistani government. Didn't tell them why she needed the money, just said she needed it. Then they asked her questions, and what has been introduced to my lexicon is, what did she say? That's against my religion. I won't be answering, or like mind your business or something. I forget. Onijah had a Pakistani humanitarian named Chippa who was trying to help her. She told Chippa he talked too much. Okay, she don't know what he's saying. He talked too much. Leave her alone. They took her to the mental hospital. Onijah walked out. She went back to the building where she was staying. They told her, we don't want you here. Onijah said, I don't care. This is my home.
It's wild.
Onijah got a team now. She's hanging with the police chief, who's a woman, giving her strife. They have taken Onijah to the airport a couple of times, and somehow Onijah has made her way back. Like, the thing is, they are willing to pay for her to come back.
Yo, they crowd gathered so much money for her to go back. Her visa is expired, and she's just...
Onijah said,
yo,
I don't know what y'all are talking about, but me, I am Pakistani. She told them they need to fix their streets.
Yeah.
They need to fix their buses. They need to fix their cars.
That's what she wanted $100,000 for, so she could do it, because only she could do it, you know?
All while wearing Casket Fresh foundation on her face. Okay?
And a hijab.
And a hijab. Onijah is the hero Pakistan didn't even know they needed, because right now Black TikTok is like, well, I need to go to Pakistan because look at how great they're treating this crazy woman. They're so kind to her. We appreciate y'all being kind to her when y'all know she's not all there. And at this point, she has become a media sensation. She's doing drops for people showing up, Onijah eating food, telling them how good the food is. Come see her friend. Onijah is a star.
You know what's so crazy about this? We like to think that we are not one of those places that like bombard their people with propaganda or whatever. But I was not under the impression that Pakistan was a welcoming place for people.
Me either.
And it's great to see. I mean, I know this situation is batshit crazy, but like just kind of like seeing how people are reacting and who people are, and like just kind of like watching people's commentary and things like that. They just like us, and for that matter, some of them are actually a lot better than we are because we would not handle it this way. We would not. I'm just saying.
I tell you, if this had happened in some hick town in the USA of America, Onijah would have been under the jail. Okay? No sign of freedom. No media. We wouldn't know what happened. She would have just disappeared. The way these people, first of all, they recognize that she's not. They know that she's not all there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they didn't use that against her. They wasn't like, anything could have happened to this woman. They could have done anything to this woman and we would not have been any wiser. She was treated like royalty. Yeah. She is their prime minister. Pakistan tourism about to skyrocket because of Onijah. I'm calling it.
I just hope people don't think that they just gonna go there and marry the Pakistanis, or the Pakistanis think that they gonna just get their papers. Do we know what's going on in America right now? Like, they trying to get rid of birthright citizenship. Y'all ain't gonna get your papers.
First of all,
I'm just so you know.
And let's be honest. Y'all don't want us anywhere. America is trash.
Yo.
Y'all are probably a lot better off than where you are. I know y'all think y'all want to come here and y'all want the American dream. It's not real, y'all. Stay on that side. It's probably much better over there.
I just want you to know that just because you're in my life, this is the only reason I know anything about any of these things. I just be living in my nice little bubble, but my nice little friend sis over here, out here corrupting my young and naive mind. Okay, I just want y'all to know that. All right, okay, go ahead, continue.
First of all, we all need an Onijah in our lives, okay? Because Onijah said the word no, fictional. Fictional. What do you mean?
What Blue say? I ain't never seen a ceiling in my whole life.
I ain't never seen a ceiling in my whole life.
In my whole life.
Onijah said, I ain't never seen a visa expire that I care about in a country I don't even know the language. I'm here. What?
Oh my God.
Black excellence in motion. Okay? All right. Just letting y'all know. Okay.
Oh my God.
Before we move on too quickly, Onijah was telling people their food was nasty. Like, Onijah was really over there acting up.
I wonder what Pakistani food tastes like, because I've had some Middle Eastern food that was slapped. It was too good.
Most Middle Eastern food slaps because they're not scared of seasoning like other people.
Yeah, word.
But I digress.
Interesting.
The 67th Grammy Awards happened on Sunday. First of all, I forgot that it was Grammy Sunday, to be quite honest. So I didn't catch none of the beginning. I didn't catch Trevor Noah's opening. I stumbled upon Grammys happening, if we're going to be 100% honest.
Yikes.
But I will say that, it started off Black History Month with a bang. Okay? It gave me what I needed.
It gave you what you needed, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Starting with, I'm gonna go here first because I already know y'all know we're gonna go up for the queen, but we're gonna start with the king. Okay? Because I know y'all tell me that I am petty, but Kendrick Lamar has introduced a new level of petty into my life that I just hope no one ever angers me enough that I feel like I need to reciprocate. Okay?
Yeah.
Not Like Us won 5 WOPs.
One for each WOP.
One for each WOP. Okay. WOP, 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 WOP. WOP.
WOP. There we go.
For Not Like Us.
Oh, man.
It was Rap Song of the Year.
Yep.
Was it Song of the Year?
Song of the Year and Record of the Year.
And Record of the Year. Listen. The first time he went up there in his Canadian tuxedo,
which I did not peep. Listen, I tell y'all all the time, I come from the world of fashion. I know what a Canadian tuxedo is. I've had many a moment in a Canadian tuxedo. I don't know why that did not register to me until the next morning. Like, I had no clue. I was like, oh man, this guy does not miss a moment to show off.
I love me a Canadian tuxedo. I wear them often. Okay. I saw it and I said, well, I'll be. This little man is diabolical.
Man.
Walked up to the stage. First of all, the Grammy producers, messy. Because why that man win that award? Y'all gonna play the most diabolical part of that song for the audience to sing A minor.
You know, I keep hearing everybody saying that they did this intentionally. I just think it was kismet. I feel like the universe conspired so that it just happened the way that it happened, and it was just the right moment in time for it. And it was perfect.
I said, first of all, to make matters even worse, Taylor ain't got no rhythm. Swift was getting her life.
She made me like her at least for one day.
Almost made me listen to her music. Didn't, but it was close.
Yeah.
Because I said, first of all, she had the ace of spade in her hand, and she was going out with that ace in her hand.
I mean, she was who she was sitting next to. Of course, it was going to be the ace. They wasn't going to just bring the drink and not share.
I said, you know what? I love Kendrick. And I don't know how Aubrey comes back from this. He's trying. He's in Australia. He's doing something in Australia this weekend. And they showed videos of him. He has on a hoodie that has bullet holes in it and there's smoke coming out the back.
Another example of his impeccable swag,
It's just we're tired, Aubrey. We're tired.
Remember when Justin Bieber came out and they hired him a swag coach?
Oh God.
Drake.
I just cannot. Also, big winner that night, our girl Doechii, who we have been going up for in our text messages with each other for a minute now.
I don't know if I said it to the people, but I definitely been saying it to you that Doechii is my new number one. She's been my new number one for a minute now, and just to see my old number one give my new number one her things, it was just like, how much better could the Grammys have gotten this past Grammys?
Honestly,
I don't know.
Honestly, it couldn't have. So outside of winning her Grammy, she gave an impeccable speech that ended with, and I'm just going to say this really quickly. The last thing I want to say, I know that there's some black girl out there, so many black women out there that are watching me right now, and I want to tell you, you can do it. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Don't allow anybody to project any stereotypes on you to tell you that you can't be here, that you're too dark, or that you're not smart enough, or that you're too dramatic, or you're too loud. You're exactly who you need to be right where you are, and I'm a testimony right now. And I said,
let's go. There was some really good speeches from some young people this past Grammys, and I was just like, okay.
I was ready.
I see where we at.
Kudos to everybody for bringing back performances to the Grammys.
What?
Okay? Even to artists that they're not my ministry. Sabrina Carpenter, cute little white girl, not my ministry. But her performance, I love the dramatics. Yes, give me show. Give me something.
Something.
You know what I mean? Let's not just stand there. Don't just stand there with a mic because you want to prove you have like vocal. No, I want to see. Give me something. Yeah. And these are Chapel Roan, who I do mess with, because Pink Pony Club goes up in this here apartment when I'm cleaning. Is a bop. Okay, give me performances. Okay. What I could have done without was the dramatic announcement of The Weeknd returning to the Grammys.
Yeah,
we don't care.
That was intense. I was just like, we were both texting at the same time. We were just like, we know this is not to bring The Weeknd out to perform back at the stage. Like that, it was just not necessary. It was so not necessary.
The president of the Recording Academy said, and I'm going to say something that I never thought I would ever say again. I'm thinking, you about to hit me with something amazing. My man said, welcome back to the Grammy stage. The Weeknd. Y'all could have kept it.
Oh my God.
Y'all could have kept it. Are we serious? Y'all.
Too funny.
Doing the most.
The chaperone speech when she got Best New Artist, I was like, yes, step on their necks. I was like, these young people are not afraid. I love that. I love the fact that they gave all the Best New Artist nominees a chance to shine, which keep that, need that.
Yeah.
Trevor Noah was, I saw a lot of hate for him, but like, I loved it. This was one of the
enjoyed it.
better
the only thing he
Grammys.
The only thing he could have kept was his little, when he was talking about like the illegal immigrants, like he snuck that joke in. I get where he was trying to go, but it's not it's not the place.
Yeah, I think he could have waited later on in the show when people were warmed up. It was it was just too early in the show for it. I'm no stranger to telling y'all that I'm a huge fan of Trevor Noah. I think he is like one of the like prominent minds that we have right now. I think he's doing really good work. I like the fact that they turned this award show into a telethon, but it didn't feel like a telethon. It definitely felt like a Grammy show, but it also did really good work, and they showcased all the local businesses and like all of that. Like it was really good. I thought that they handled, for such a charged environment and all the crazy stuff that's been going on in the country and especially in California at the time, I thought they handled it really well, so that, you know, it just didn't seem like one of those, like another one of those capitalistic things with like the wrong timing and the wrong like tone and all of that stuff. So kudos to them. I don't know how they were able to figure that out, but they did.
They did. Apropos of nothing, but also because she was there. I'm in a one-sided beef with Cynthia Erivo, and I hate myself for it.
I don't know why.
She can. You know what it is? It's because back earlier in her career, y'all know I hold a grudge.
Oh yes.
Early in her career, when she was just starting out, she was not complimentary of Black people, and so I just have not been able to let that go. But to my credit, I will never discredit her for being talented because she can sing. But I just don't. She will never be my ministry. Never be my ministry.
The way she flipped that Sinatra song, I mean, God bless Herbie Hancock, but they didn't. They could have just got anybody else to do it. Like, if she wasn't the professional, we would have been like, "What just happened?" As was evident when Stevie and Herbie sat down to do whatever it is that they just did.
Also, with that being said, too. Sometimes y'all gotta let our legends rest.
Let them rest.
They don't need to be involved. let them be in the audience and let them do the introductions.
Oh my God!
Y'all had Herbie up there looking crazy.
Yo, Herbie was like,
all he wanted to do was go home and drink some whiskey and smoke his cigar, and y'all had him up here playing piano for 8 minutes. He didn't want to be there.
Yo,
let our legends rest.
Herbie said the notes say this on the paper. I don't care if you singing and I need to catch you and like vibe with you, and so that we could kind of like work this thing out as a duet. No, the paper says this. This is what I'm doing, and I'm just like,
he said,
yikes.
Do you know who I am? Okay, because we're gonna do this my way. We're not doing this your way. We're doing this my way.
Oh my God.
The best part of the night was obviously.
Don't tell
Beyonce.
Don't go yet. Because we gotta give her her moment to shine.
Okay. Actually,
because we were just talking about the Quincy Jones tribute.
Yes.
I don't care what y'all say about my Janelle Monáe. They are a vibe. They are a vibe. Like,
they are.
It didn't have to be the best vocal performance, but they had the most fun out of anybody there that night, and I enjoyed it.
They did.
Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
I will also say that I thought her shirt said "I love BJ," and I was like, okay.
Yes.
But, you know.
there it is. Yo, did I sent you the thing about what she did at the after party. I mean,
what she sang again.
She said, well, anyway, here we go. She said she goes by she, they, so I'm fine. Anyway, so when she came for Nelly at the after party, a lot of people, well, you were saying that, I don't know, it could be spliced together footage and all of that stuff. I haven't seen anything that says that this is not what they did at the
No,
after
she
party.
did
So
it.
I
I just don't think
believe
he
that.
was. No, she did it at the after party, but I don't think Nelly was at the same event.
Oh,
Like, she did it, like it happened, but I don't think Nelly was actually in the room. Like, that's from a different.
I don't
Because
know. It was amazing though.
if Nelly was in the room when that happened, the way Black blogs and vlogs would have had that whole thing together, and all we see is her singing it. So that's the reason I don't think he was there. I do believe, though, that they did what they needed to do when they took that song and flipped it. With that also being said, rest in peace to Irv Gotti.
Yeah.
He fought is hella young to die, but I'm not gonna hold you. His contributions to hip hop was what it was, and there's no denying that he contributed to the culture.
Yeah. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. I don't care who it is. I don't like to speak ill of the dead and when people are sick and all of that type of stuff. And 50 is mad, like super trash. 50's super trash for just yo, man had a second stroke and you couldn't wait. You couldn't wait to just keep it going. And I was like, yo, there's a time and a place, and apparently he doesn't understand that. And I can't rock with that. I can't rock with that.
I will say this about Curtis. Curtis knows that when it is his time to go, no one's going to miss him. Okay? And so he does all of these things for attention because, unfortunately for Curtis, and this is I'm not trying to pick on whatever, he does not know what it feels like to be loved because his own mama didn't want him. And so he carries that trauma with him to this day, and we all have to suffer for it.
Yikes.
I say that to say he's trash. He has always been trash. He acts like this, but I will tell you that not that long ago, he was performing at conference circuits because he was not getting booked and busy anywhere else. And I can say that because he performed at a conference for my job. So I could never take him serious because I know when you were scraping the barrel there. Okay, you were scraping the barrel.
No. Oh no. That
being said, the night belonged to the one and only Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter.
Beyonce. Okay?
She already won early in the night. Her and Miley Cyrus won for their song Most Wanted.
Two Most Wanted.
Yeah. Miley Cyrus cannot wait to get on that stage and tell people that she won a Grammy with Beyonce. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. Okay?
Listen, who wouldn't?
Miley got on that stage to do something else. The first thing out of her mouth was, Beyonce, we won a Grammy. She can't wait. In case y'all hadn't heard, Miley wanted y'all to know that she won a Grammy with Beyonce. Okay, your faves could never.
Yep.
Then they had Taylor Swift come out to do Country Album of the Year. As the Academy wants y'all to know, voted on the 13,000 voting members of the Academy. Went to Cowboy Carter.
Oh, yo, it is like, I kind of love that they did this, but I kind of hate the way that it had to happen for all of this to kind of go down. Now 51% of the voting, I don't know what you call it, voting group of people is POC now. 51%. So I think things will change in the future and people will be big mad as we start to snap up all the things. So we'll see. But they can continue. But here's the thing: they can continue to be big mad because Black excellence doesn't dull itself. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, y'all gonna be mad regardless. So why not have us give you a reason to be mad instead of you just being mad at nothing? At least you have a reason to be mad, right? I mean, right. So she won Country Album of the Year. Deserved, because that's the only country album I listened to last year. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I listened to the Black artists that she featured. I didn't listen to their full albums, but I listened to singles. So I guess that still stands. Okay. Then came the award of the night, which is Album of the Year. And I'm not going to hold you. The category was stacked. It was super stacked. I will say that there was only one album that I listened to in that whole category. And it's the one that won Album of the Year. And it went to our girl, Beyonce. Listen, don't talk about my flute album. That album stays in rotation. And so... Andre, let me say something. Just so you know. And I need a moment of zen. Just so you know. Him and gospel. I'd be like, you know what you was doing, Andre. Yeah. Listen, Beyonce winning Album of the Year was a long time coming. She should have won it eons ago. Mm-hmm. But racism, and I'm gonna say racism because it is what it is. Because there's no reason, and this is no shade to Taylor Swift,
There's no reason that Taylor Swift has won more album of the years than Beyonce has. So basically recycling and regurgitating the same album a million times. They all sound the same.
Plain and simple.
She got up on stage, and the humble queen that she is, she thanked Linda Martell, who was the first Black female country singer, star,
right,
who never got her flowers.
Right.
She thanked her family, her kids. Blue was in manager mode because when she got country album of the year and she was sitting there acting shocked, Blue sat beside her and was like, I know you see the stage. Get up there. Like, Blue was like, this is not what we practice. Get up on that stage.
And what is that face you making? Stop acting like you didn't know that she was going to win this shit, man.
Like, Blue really hits her with the, like, you know you're Beyonce, right? Like, I'm not understanding. Like, okay.
Too funny.
Of course, apropos, whenever Beyonce wins something, everyone's upset. I guess Billie Eilish fans thought she should have won. But I want y'all to understand that she went 0 for 8. So make it make sense. Like,
Billie's album is pretty damn good. Not gonna lie. Love Billie down. So, you know, it is sad, but it's more important that our queen won because, you know, she deserved. So
it was a better. Listen, I didn't listen to Billie's album, just like the many of the people who went up for Billie didn't listen to Cowboy Carter. I'm going to tell you that Billie's album was not seeing Cowboy Carter. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. Since y'all want to put y'all opinions out there without having actually listened to the body of work. Because here's the thing. This is what I need other artists to understand. For the most part, Beyonce can do what your fave does, but your fave cannot do what Beyonce does. And that is the difference.
Speak.
That is the difference. Hate her, like her, be indifferent. What you're not going to do is downplay that woman's talent. Your fave should never. Okay, she can out-rap your favorite rapper. And my favorite rapper happens to be her husband. And I guarantee she will go bar for bar with that man because having written her bars.
Yo, you don't understand how I need to see a best of both worlds between them two. And it just be both of them rapping. Just the two of them rapping.
The world is not ready. The world is not ready. Okay? So I will say that even though the world is in a chum bucket right now, this was a ray of sunshine. Yeah. Because it was the blackest Grammys I have seen in quite some time. Yeah. And all of the deserved accolades went to the right people.
Yeah.
If you are mad about any of the Black artists winning and you are not a Black person, even if you are a Black person, I need you to really think about your bias for a moment. Okay, it's Black History Month. Let us get our things. Y'all have denied us for a lot for quite some time.
Yeah.
Let us just.
Yeah. Okay? All right. Before we wrap this thing up, because, you know, I got to go.
Yes.
Before we wrap this thing up, I just have a public service announcement for y'all.
Okay.
All right. It is
going already.
It is crunch time. We are in game mode. There's limited amount of cities for the hoedown.
I knew it. I knew where this was going.
There are all these other cities, but MetLife is my neck of the woods.
Damn,
y'all buy.
That's how serious he is.
Y'all buy and fight and do all the things for all the other places. When it comes down to MetLife, if I cannot get the seat that I want, remember at the top of this episode how I was talking about we're going to have to rumble? I will rumble every single last one of y'all bitches. I'm just letting y'all know right now. I'm just letting y'all know right now, okay? Don't play with me, bitches, okay? Don't play with me, all right?
He pulled out his favorite word.
Okay, I love that word. I love it. Love it.
What do you call 66% of a poop?
Oh, God. I don't know, Janae. I don't know. What?
2 turds.
That, oh my God, that is a Ryan joke if I've ever heard one in my life.
Shout out to Jasmine for that one. Shout out to Jasmine for that one.
Jasmine came in with the banger. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that is too good. That's too good. All right, you might have to carry us because I don't know if I have it. I don't know if I have much this week. What you got? What else you got?
What's the difference between an enzyme and a hormone?
Oh, I've definitely said this joke before, but
Ah,
you can't
never
hear
mind.
you can't hear a hormone.
There you go. Do you have any this week or no?
I'm trying to figure out if I can land it, but let's see. Keep going, keep going.
Did you hear about the architect that got fired?
No.
His career was in ruins.
All right. Okay. Okay. Was that a submission as well?
That was from Natalie. I got another one.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call a Frenchman in sandals?
A Frenchman in sandals. Oh my god. Something to do with we? I don't know. What?
Philippe Flop.
This is too good. This is Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, I was proud of that one.
Oh my god.
I want more if you need more time.
I mean, I don't really have good ones. What's the difference between an ass and a kid?
You could kiss an ass.
You could still slap an ass. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Why can't women parallel park?
Boy, why can't women parallel park? Why?
Because they've been lied to their entire life about what 8 inches really is.
Wow. Kids are cute, right? But when they hit a certain age, they're just like insufferable, right? But do you know why I hate 28-year-olds?
There's a lot of them.
Because there's 20 of them. All right. All right. Virgo Season Show. Oh, we don't do it like that anymore. VirgoSeasonShow.com is the website. Yeah, that's how we do it.
Yes,
there you go.
That's
the
how
website.
we do it. Yeah.
The website. You can find all the things there, including show notes and stuff, and our merch. You can get our merch there. There will be some new merch coming pretty soon. As you can see, Jade is wearing the color map hat. And let us know what you like, what you want to see, colors, things that you want on merch and things like that. Let me know. Send me an email, virgoseasonshow@gmail.com.
And you can find us on the socials at Virgo Season Show. That's TikTok. That's YouTube. I'm supposed to do YouTube first. That's YouTube. That's TikTok. That's Instagram. You can also find Ryan at what is it? Oh, Black Ryan.
No.
Oh,
there
Black
it is.
Ryan. Okay. You can find Ryan at Black Ryan. I think I fucked it up again.
You did.
On the same socials. And you can find me at Jade on the same socials as well.
Okay. I usually close things out, but
have them if you don't.
Okay. All right. Whatever.
It's not raunchy,
go ahead.
though.
All right. Go ahead.
What's made of leather and sounds like a sneeze?
Say it one more time. What?
What's made of leather and sounds like a sneeze?
I don't know.
Ashoo!
Jesus. My God. Oh goodness. Oh, speaking of which, I just watched a documentary on marijuana.
Oh God.
They should all be watched that way.
Virgo season!